Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni, looks very much in line to be its latest representative. I think being an Italian defender, we all know he's very much from the school of no nonsense, but I really like his technique. And again, he's one of these centre-backs or defenders who can get his head up and just pick out a wonderful pass, 40, 50, 60 yards.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Oh, what a climb! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Engages and forces him off the ball. He's on it. Can he get away? He is Martinez! Outstanding by Martinez! He's got himself an absolute peach. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's got this
Takes a shot! And he hits the net. 2-0 and in next to no time. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Martinez really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Inter Milan. Oh, they could be caught out here. And the finish! They've scored! Just one goal in it now. Game on! That was a given. It always was.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Lovely. Tries a shot! Now, it's fallen kindly here. He's found a way through. Hangs one in. And that should get the job done. Out for a throw. Martinez! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Martinez looking sharp there. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's managed to get free.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Mateus. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Martinez. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Just the goalkeeper goes for a shot! No mistake! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
And he's on his way! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that has been clubbed away. De Bruyne, he has found the way through. Serves a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. This their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Brilliantly cut out. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Serginho with the foul. And that's going to be a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Now it's Dybala.
There they go, hunting again.
Serginho is the guilty party there. Serginho has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. And here's McKennie. No, he's had it taken off him. McKennie did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Acerbi. For De Bruyne. Now it's Martinez. Looking for options for movement. This might... Can he finish? And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Well, I certainly wasn't expecting this, Peter, but it was totally deserved. They've been very, very good, and they'll be itching to get back out there and take it on further.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. Here we go again then. And that is out of play. Well read, nice interception. Dybala, played out to the right. He's shifting through the gears here. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
McKennie is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Chiellini gets across to intercept that. And he's managed to get rid. Aimed beyond the defence. Pinches it off him. Acerbi. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Dybala. Çalhanoğlu. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that's really well manoeuvred. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. De Bruyne. DiMarco. Knocks it into space. And it's Martinez. Chance! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's there to get it away. Threads one in. And he's intervened well there. Acerbi. McKennie. And here's Inzaghi. And he's had a hit! Smashing save, really good save that.
Inter certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Corner number 3 coming up. Inzaghi! Off the post! It's gone in and it is an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Inter Milan got some help from Lady Luck there. They all count. DiMarco could try cutting inside here. McKennie. Mateus. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Here's McKennie. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's fabulous. Out to the left it goes. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now that looks a decent ball. Bastoni. Look at the space here. Dybala is there to clear. Lofted in. McKennie tries to clear. Can he get on the end of this? Played into the middle. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And he shoots! And it's in! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defence.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mateus plays the game a step ahead of all. It's Inzaghi! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. Inter Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So the main man takes his leave. Feel the ovation.
I think he's put in a good shift and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
Cleared away.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Thuram. And that was very necessary. Tries to pass it through. Lobotka. And that will be the final act. They needed to win, and they have. So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. It's a mighty effort! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Gallagher and Azar. He's on it. Can he get away? And here's Oyarzabal. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Hesse. Kamavinga.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking for options for movement. Chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Turns back here, probably the best option. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Quality ball. Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the counter is on. Now it's Hesse. Milan finding their passes. Oh, he's burst through! Does well to stand firm and defend it. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Saviola. Great chance! And he's managed to get rid. Longley. Oyarzabal! Oh, what a... In he goes again! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Alvarez. Oh, they can break here.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Out of play for a goal kick. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Las Palmas, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. He's tried one! Oh, it's come off the upright. Not the most accurate pass. Gallagher threads one in. He has a look and a chance! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Alvarez. And this is Saviola. Camavinga. Saviola. Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Well, they've got it again. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Camavinga. Oh, good spread. Saviola. Gallagher. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He shifted it to the flank. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Can he get on the end of... It's Asa! Goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Milan are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already. Here we go again then. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's made its way to him. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Hesse. Foot in. Las Palmas ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Hazard. Hazard with... Up he goes! And he's missed it.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? It's not an especially good pass, that. Has a look and plays it forward. Looking to play him in. And this is Saviola. Saviola! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now, can they get him away? This looks promising. Mikel Oyarzabal looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And this is Hazard. Chance for a shot! And it's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Eder Militao. Now it's Hesse. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Hazard can see things others simply cannot. That is ended up in no man's land. Hazard. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Hesse. Very nicely done. Longley does really well to win the ball there. Gallagher. Hazard on 2 now and looking for 3. Lovely pass, but shot a goal! He's put it wide.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. And he was quick to react. Sandro Ramirez receives it in a good position here. Camavinga going full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Camavinga. And here's Saviola. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Pass somewhat off target. And they're back on the ball again. Hazard. Spread out to the left. Could move up a gear here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's intervened well there. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oyarzabal. That is lovely. Crosses it in. Terrific header. Sandro Ramirez is onto this. 2 minutes to be added on. Throw in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Oyarzabal being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
I think he's put in a good shift and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. So that's it. It is all over. Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
So it's away we go then.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing. And that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Takes a shot! Pepe. Oh, that's a key interception. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Gerard Moreno. And that's a good ball. Gerard Moreno! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Gerard Moreno actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gallagher. Oyarzabal. He's tried one! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. Villarreal are looking to go forward now. So it is still 0-0. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Alvarez is onto this. Vega did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party over. And the shot! Goal! Milan! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Pepe has a shot! Same again, same outcome.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Azar. And he's found a way past. Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal! Well, now it's a race. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Gay. This looks promising. Villarreal looking to pass their way through. Alvarez does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Knocks it out wide. Plays a sharp little ball here. Shot at goal! It's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Milan, he's gone for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And he's managed to get rid. And now they can spring out of defence. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Eder Militao. And it's Azar. Camavinga. It's Gallagher. Mikel Oyarzabal is always looking to break lines. Tries to play it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. No way through there. Eder Militao. Camavinga. And it's Azar. And here's Saviola. Now it's Alvarez. That's good play. And the first half is done. How would you review the first half?
Milan really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Milan ahead 2-0 and they are looking good. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Gallagher. It's a really well-measured ball. Pepe proves just a little bit too strong. Nicely aimed pass. Gallagher, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Camavinga receives it in a wide position. Oh, that's nice. And this is Azar, showing good feet. And up he goes! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
"3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, to be honest, Peter, he has dictated much of the play. Better late than never in trying to stop him. Saviola really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid.
Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now he's off and running. Mikel Oyarzabal. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
It's Azar! And he's missed it.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Koundé, Jimenez. And Koundé. That is Gallagher. Longley. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And that's really well manoeuvred. That's the keeper's ball. Played out towards the right wing. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious.
Chance for a shot! Vega has been caught there. It's a foul. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Looking for options for movement. He has found the way through. He's having a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Buchanan gets into a good position. Eder Militao deals with that comfortably. Azar. And this is Saviola. Nice control. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Perez. Azar, who has set up 2 goals. Longley. And Koundé. Gallagher. Saviola has it out wide and in space. Goes for a shot! Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Azar. Camavinga. Gallagher. Gallagher. And he shoots! No, that's just wide. So here comes a substitution. Koundé. Alvarez. And here's Mbappe. He's found a way through. Gay. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And here's Alvarez. And that interception. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Milan come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Haaland is onto this. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Oh, what a mistake! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Look, when we talk about decision-making, there's a great example. Strong and decisive.
De Bruyne does really well there. He is strong. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Hakimi is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oyarzabal in acres of space. Oh, what a climb! Goal, Milan! The goal for which they thirsted, the goal for which they craved. Now, full steam ahead to the ultimate prize. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, Peter, this now poses the question of stick or twist. Do they immediately go for another one or sit back and wait patiently for the opportunity to break?
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, there's no question, Peter, what his manager thought of it. He's turned away in disgust. Just as I thought, Pete.
Oh no, what has happened here? He is through here. Can he finish? It's there. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager scream.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oyarzabal. He's in space and looking for options. Shot a goal! And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. 3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to pass it through. Spread neatly. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Milan have scored 2 quick goals here. De Bruyne. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, that has not gone well. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's found a way. Haaland! Sensational from Haaland! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue.
He's had a shot! It's in! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
So there's going to be another change here. Milan are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's picked his way through. He's taking on the lot of them. Serginho's cross. Serginho, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Off the post! Haaland wins the duel this time. De Bruyne has it out wide and in space. Big chance! He's scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
Serginho really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility.
Oh, what has happened here? Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Kane will have to save it here or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
Not the most accurate pass. Milan are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best.
Gets his head on it! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Great vision. Now that's well seen too. Rodri. Donadoni. He is through here. Crossed into the middle. Played it again. Oh, smashing header! No, couldn't quite control it.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Vinicius Junior. Guardiola. And he's on a charge. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nuno Mendes. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He's found a way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And they've switched it over to the other side. Donadoni. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Hakimi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Pressure coming in from all directions. That's a cute ball. That is good alertness. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Torres. Guardiola. Played back in. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a pretty loose pass. Out towards the flank. Guardiola. Fernando Torres. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Tries to play it through. And a shot! And now they can clear their lines. Rijkaard. Pass somewhat off target. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Chooses to go crossfield. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's De Bruyne. No, he's had it taken off him.
De Bruyne really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Torres looking to get on the end of this. He's picked his way through, plays it across.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
That's a sharp pass. Out for a throw. Hakimi. Foot in. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And that is not finding anyone. Romero, Nuno Mendes.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Caught offside that time. Vardiol. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Header! And it's a goal! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
And no, that was never going to make it. Hakimi. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Howson goes sliding in. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we're underway again.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Hakimi, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Ambitious ball here. Romero promptly onto that, and that is that. Nuno Mendes. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change.